Welcome back, and there seems to be no end to the apathy when it comes to infrastructure situation in several of our big cities. The latest coming in from two developed cities of the country. First incident being reported in Chennai, where an SUV falls into the storm water pit. The driver suffers injuries, but he in fact left unscathed further than that. But the second is from the IT hub of Bengaluru, where the condition of the roads are deteriorating as one can see these potholes, and as compared to the moonscape, very similar craters being formed on the roads of Bengaluru and not the moon, leading to accidents. In fact, just 29 people were injured last month too, after a KSRTC bus met with an accident in fact, Bengaluru as well. Imran now joins us live on this broadcast. And Imran, we have been reporting on several of such incidences, reporting from the city of Bengaluru, which is considered to be an IT hub, a cyber hub as well. There are people from across the country have now settled out there. But apart from the traffic woes, now the situation of the roads is also of concern. All right, we'll try to go back to Imran shortly, but we saw these images on our screen right now, once again exposing the civic apathy the people have to go through on a daily basis while they are commuting on the streets of Chennai or Bengaluru. And as you can see, these potholes on our streets of Bengaluru, and comparing it to the moon space, and if you can spot the difference, it'll be very difficult to do so, because there have been craters forming on the roads. It seems like these craters are much more part of the roads than a road itself, where these streets are now being endowed with potholes, which has led to loss of lives in the past as well. And Imran, what action is being taken by the authorities now? Once again, the civic apathy has been exposed.
Well, absolutely. I can show you from the top angle. You see, after this news has come out, the BBMP has done a very shoddy job here. They just covered up the road with mud. As you can see, still craters are formed in this particular stretch of the road, which is called a nice road, which is one of the busiest roads in this area. And you can see that, you know, after the media highlighted it, just done a shoddy job, just filling up with sand. But you can see clearly some of the roads craters are still there. You know, the BBMP is trying to, trying to ensure that they hide their entire issues with this. Several deadlines have been given by the High Court over this issue of the potholes. Notices after notices were issued so that this job of filling up the potholes has been done. But then this didn't happen. As you can see from this stretch of the road, where still craters are there, there's still work needs to be done, and whatever they've just filled it with sand. And this is a shoddy job done by the BBMP, which many of the people on social media took umbrage to the fact that this particular stretch of the road, what we're talking about, there's still craters were there, and they have filled up a certain part of it, but not to the extent what it is satisfactory. They just covered up the shore to ensure that no more criticism henceforth they face from the public over this issue. And this is we're talking about after several times the Chief Minister himself promised that this road will be, which is entire potholes in Bengaluru will be filled, and they will ensure that no more potholes remain. After several times the High Court sent reminders to them, and despite whichever government comes to power, potholes remain same, the situation remains same. Even just
in fact,
one
Imran,
heavy spell
continue
of
to
rain.
be with us. We are also joined by our callers this afternoon. We have a caller from Bengaluru who's Pramish. Yes, Pramish, over to you. Please share your experience, and what have you been experiencing on the streets of Bengaluru?
Yeah, my name is Parmeshwaran, calling from Bengaluru. It is not the apathy which is happening it is happening almost for several years. I don't know, people have the intention of doing, but they know that they have the vision, but they don't want to do it, because if they do it, they lose the money. That's what I feel.
Absolutely. Thank you, Pranesh, for joining us with your perspective. Let me also now take another caller calling in from Bengaluru. This is Anil Deshpande. Yes, Anil, please share your experience, and do you also witness these potholes every day?
Not every day, once in a while, but we are seeing some fast places. But I know very well that Bengaluru roads are now it is improving. Some areas it is not yet been improved because lot of rain has slashed last month. That is one of the reasons it is not improving still now.
All right, thank you, Anil, for sharing your perspective with us. And once again, trying to go back to Imran, who joins us from the same streets that we have been showing our viewers on the screens right now. Comparing it to the moon space, craters being found on the street. But as Imran, you have been pointing out, it seems like there has once again been shoddy work done. This is not a foolproof road we are talking about, but this is a very important street and junction where people travel every day from.